Red is a 2021 Indian Telugu language action thriller film directed by Kishore Tirumala and produced by Sravanthi Ravi Kishore under Sri Sravanthi Movies. It stars Ram Pothneni in a double role alongside Niveda Pituraj, Malavika Sharma, and Amrita Iyer. A remake of the 2019 Tamil language film Thadam, written and directed by Makid Tirmeni. It follows a murder investigation involving a civil engineer and his lookalike as prime suspects. The film was announced in October, had its principal shoot commenced on November 2019 and ended in March 2020, while most of the film was shot in Hyderabad, except for two songs being shot in Italy. Red has music composed by Mani Sharma, while Samir Reddy and Junaid Siddiqui performed the cinematography and editing respectively. The film's release was scheduled for 14th January 2021, coinciding with the Sankranti after being delayed from its initial release date of 9th April 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The plot of this movie is Siddharth is an IIT graduated civil engineer running a successful building firm, while he is lookalike Aditya is a gambling thief who deceives people along with his sidekick Vema. Siddharth is in love with Mahima while Gayatri loves Aditya, unaware of his real identity. One day, Aditya tries to help Vima pay his debt by extracting money from Gayatri through lies. But she helps him in spite of knowing the truth. After taking the money, Aditya is encouraged and so is Siddhartha after a party. That night, one of them breaks into a house and attacks the owner, Akash, stabbing him to death. The next day, Aditya frees Vema by paying his debt and wins Gayatri's trust by returning her money and telling her the truth. As the investigation of Akash's murder proceeds, a selfie clicked by a couple nearby is found with either Siddharth or Aditya in it. Both of them are brought in and interrogated without knowledge of the other's presence. Sambat, an inspector who shares an old rivalry with Siddharth, tortures him. Siddharth's alibi is that his car broke down, so he called a taxi driver to help him. Aditya, on other hand, side Vedis allows to escape torture. Sub-Inspector Yamini is assigned to solve the case. She reaches out to Aga's friend and shows him the photograph of Siddharth or Aditya, but he refuses to recognize him. She also questions Vema and orders him not to leave the city without permission, but secretly escapes. Yamini then learns of the rivalry between Siddharth and Sambat. Siddharth helped Sambat's daughter elope with her lover against her father's wishes. The forensic expert informs Yamini about a hair sample recovered from the crime scene and how it doesn't match anyone else in Aga's home. At the police station, Siddharth tries to escape but is interrupted by Aditya. The two violently fight, hurting everyone and vandalizing the station in the process. Aditya and Siddharth are revealed to be identical twins after their DNA is found to be the same and both confess their past. The twins parted ways in their childhood when their parents divorced. Aditya lived with his mother, who developed a gambling addiction to cope with her grief and anger over her difficult family and marital life, but wouldn't refuse anyone who asked her for help. One day, Aditya's mother promised to give up gambling, but instead committed suicide. Aditya was then taken in by his fathers, but got into a violent fight with him and Siddhartha. The twin then spent 1 year in a mental development institution due to anger management issues. Later, Aditya became interested in studying law but eventually left school due to his lack of college ethics. The two separated once their dad died. Recently, one day when Aditya came home and left in front of Siddharth, his ring for Mahima went missing. Siddharth reported his brother to the police, who beat him up. Aditya himself told Siddharth where the ring was, causing Siddhartha to realize his mistake. Aditya, who actually came home for a photo of their mother, have then vowed to seek revenge. Sambat still wants to frame Siddharth for Aka's murder, but the taxi driver who helped Siddharth confirms he was really stuck on the night of the murder. It also proved that Aditya paid Vema's debt with the gambling money who won after playing all night. The court acquits both Aditya and Siddhartha in order to protect the innocent one from punishment. A disappointment, Yamini later calls Agash's friend to inquire about a girl he was infatuated with and is shocked to learn it was Mahima. Siddharth is finally revealed to have murdered Agash for drugging, kidnapping, and raping Mahima to death out of a childhood lust. Akash had also bribed the police to avoid charges. When Aditya found out about the murder, he helped Siddhartha by getting arrested as well to throw off the police. Later, Aditya meets the Siddharth and explains how Yamini can't reopen the case since she created a fake witness to help Siddharth and could get herself arrested. Siddhartha gives Aditya a photograph of them with their mother and say he's going to Mumbai and later to Copenhagen, never to return. Having sold all of his property in India, Siddharth gives a 50% share to Aditya as a tribute. After his marriage to Gayatri, Aditya realized his lack of trust in his mother, coupled with her family's prompted her to kill herself. He promises to do better with his wife. 7 months later, some of the investigating officers agreed to appear in a documentary about the murder. One of the officers called the case unprecedented before a filmmaker tells him that similar cases occurred in other countries as well. So this is a story. If you like this video, please do subscribe my channel. Thank you.